Solomon was a very dumb man. This statement is incoherent with what we've learned about him in the Bible, but true. A man who's received divine wisdom from God, but still couldn't break away from his lustful tendencies. While possessing God's divine wisdom, took 700 wives and 300 concubines, which later became his downfall. Come on now. If that's not dumb, I don't know what is. Nevertheless, his divine wisdom was expressed in other areas, and that's how he earned the moniker of the wisest king in the Bible. Today we will explore his life, all the mysteries behind him, and how we can express these lessons in your lives today. Solomon was the son of King David, a legendary warrior and leader. His mother, Bathsheba, was once married to Uriah the Hittite, but David committed adultery with her. Despite the controversy surrounding his birth, Solomon grew up under the watchful eye of his father, learning about faith, leadership, and the intricacies of ruling a nation. His story is covered in the book of 1 Kings. Here we learn about the mysteries of how he became king despite being one of 19 sons, and not the first. As David neared the end of his life, he became old and frail. This created an opportunity for his sons to jockey for the throne. One of David's sons, Adonijah, was the eldest, from his wife Haggith. He believed he had the rightful claim to the throne and began campaigning for support. He gathered chariots, horsemen, and influential leaders to his side. 1 Kings 1:5-7. However, David had already promised Bathsheba, another wife, that their son Solomon would be king. 1 Kings 1:13, 2 Samuel 7:12-16. Bathsheba, fearing for Solomon's future, alerted the prophet Nathan. Solomon being king was God's divine will. Despite human interventions, his will always be done. After David's reign ended, Solomon ascended the throne at a young age, around 20 years old. Solomon was known for his devotion to God. He spent countless hours studying the scriptures and seeking wisdom from the Almighty. Feeling the immense weight of responsibility, Solomon prayed to God for guidance. It was during this time that God appeared to Solomon in a dream and offered him a remarkable gift. In a dream, God appeared to him, offering a choice: riches, power, or wisdom. Unlike any king before him, Solomon chose wisdom. This wise decision pleased God, who not only granted him exceptional wisdom, but also immense wealth and power. Another thing to note is that while God had a divine plan and will for Solomon's life, it was a prerequisite for Solomon to know God. God will not come to you in a dream if you don't actively seek him. Show him what you can do, and he will show you what he can do for you. Solomon's wisdom became legendary. He famously settled a dispute between two mothers claiming the same child through a clever test. His understanding of law and justice earned him great respect. He also oversaw the construction of the first temple in Jerusalem, a magnificent structure dedicated to God, solidifying the covenant between the Israelites and their God. In the dispute with the two mothers, recounted in the Bible in 1 Kings 3:16-28, two women came before King Solomon, each claiming to be the mother of a newborn baby. Both women lived in the same house and had given birth within days of each other. One of the infants had died during the night, and now both women were laying claim to the surviving child. Solomon listened carefully to both women's accounts and realized that he needed a creative solution to determine the true mother. In a stroke of wisdom, he proposed to split the living child in two and give each woman half. One woman readily agreed to this solution, while the other begged Solomon to spare the child's life, even if it meant giving the baby to the other woman. Solomon immediately recognized the true mother as the woman who had shown compassion and selflessness, willing to sacrifice her maternal rights to save her child's life. He declared her the rightful mother and awarded her custody of the baby. The people marveled at Solomon's wisdom and justice, acknowledging him as a wise and righteous ruler. Solomon's reign was marked by prosperity. He established trade routes bringing wealth and exotic goods to Israel. The kingdom flourished under his wise leadership, making it a center of commerce and culture. Sadly, Solomon's wisdom faltered in later years. Influenced by his many foreign wives, he allowed the worship of other gods within his kingdom, contradicting his covenant with God. Solomon died a wealthy and powerful king, but his final years were marked by the consequences of his disobedience. His story serves as a reminder of the importance of upholding one's faith and the enduring value of wisdom. While his reign brought prosperity, it also served as a cautionary tale about the dangers of succumbing to temptation. This disobedience displeased God, who warned Solomon that the kingdom would be divided after his death. This seed of lust plagued his father too, not only him and throughout the Bible. It is apparent that this is one of the best ways that the devil creeps into the heart of men, destroying his connection to God. Solomon here, despite his divine wisdom, was subject to it. What about you? As you can already tell, this video is not to drag his name through the mud as he was blessed by God, but instead as a warning to all men, especially me. Having God working in our lives doesn't mean we can't displease him and drive him away from us. No matter how blessed you are, what is given can be taken. Thank you for watching this video. Please like this video and subscribe to this ministry. I will show God what I am capable of.